Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something a little different. We're going to be breaking down the first chapter of a mystery novel that's got me totally hooked. It's got forensic anthropology, plane crashes, and a whole lot of tension. Let's get started. We're introduced to Dr. Busaya, or Bua, as her friends call her. She's a forensic anthropologist who gets called to the scene of a horrific plane crash. Imagine getting a call like that. The plane was headed to Paris, but it went down in a rice field, and it doesn't look like there are any survivors. Bua's job? To help identify the victims. Now, if you're like me, you might be wondering, what exactly is forensic anthropology? Well, Bua's specialty is studying human remains to figure out who they were and what happened to them. It's a pretty intense field, and it takes a lot of expertise. The scene at the crash site is chaotic. Rescue workers are everywhere, searching for survivors, and the wreckage is a grim reminder of the tragedy. Bua meets with the officer in charge and gets ready to start her work. She's clearly a bit nervous, but she's also determined to do her job. They set her up in a tent with examination tables, and she starts sorting through the remains. It's a tough job, and the author doesn't shy away from the details. We get a real sense of the grim reality of what Bua is dealing with. But just when Bua is starting to get into her work, she gets an unwelcome surprise. Another anthropologist shows up, and it's none other than her old rival from school, Pina. These two have a history, and it's not a friendly one. Pina is sarcastic and condescending, and she seems to enjoy getting under Bua's skin. Bua tries to ignore her, but it's clear that there's no love lost between these two. Things get even more tense when Pina starts making comments about Bua's advisor, who couldn't come to the crash site. Bua finally snaps and tells Pina to act like a modern human. Ouch! Despite their animosity, they have to work together to identify the victims. It's a race against time, and the stakes are high. The chapter ends with the two of them reluctantly cooperating, but the tension is still thick enough to cut with a knife. So, what did you guys think of this first chapter? Are you intrigued? I know I am. I can't wait to see what happens next with Bua and Pina. Do you think they'll be able to put their differences aside and work together? Or will their rivalry get in the way? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter breakdown.